It's finally time. 8 months in the making. Nearly 1,000 hours.
I know, I'm good.
And one incessant need to discover the truth.
The Life is Strange True Colors Me tarot card.
Wow, that's the nerdiest thing I've ever seen.
If you've seen any of my other Life is Strange choice videos, then you probably remember me saying this will also affect your Me tarot card result a lot. There are actually 5 different Me tarot card variations that you could get depending on a ton of choices you make in the game. And as of like 15 minutes ago, I finally, I think, cracked the code. And a little known fact is I used to own a wellness center and would teach people how to access their intuitive abilities.
That's right.
Which is another reason I love Life is Strange.
What do I want insight about?
First, a disclaimer. Now, I've tested about 400 times.
401 to be exact.
I'm not joking. But to truly test the results with every possible combination, it would be like 100,000 times.
58 trillion is actually a little bit more accurate.
And I was dedicated, but I mean, come on, I can't do that. So it's very possible that I missed something. There are still a lot of minor choices that I don't understand what they do in the game. And while each one was tested, not necessarily each one was tested with every possible combination, because that would, like I said, be like 100,000 times.
58 trillion.
I think like 400 is pretty good though. Yeah. Also, if you're interested in the exact data and how I came to believe that these are the correct choices, let me know in the comments, because I kind of want to explain it a little bit, but I think it might need to be a live show. Then we can chat about it, Q&A style.
But I will share with you my pseudocode that I developed to illustrate my theories based on the 401 tests.
Okay, here we go. The first tarot card is the Moon.
I guess I do like dogs.
The Moon is a card of mystery, emotions, and intuition. If Alex pulls this card, anxiety, deception, and suppressed feelings may surround her. The moon, tell me about the moon.
So knowing about what the Moon tarot card represents, there's room for interpretation, which made figuring this out very challenging. For example, the Moon can represent connecting with your intuitive side.
Yes.
So you would think that showing your powers would be great for this card, but no.
Really?
So testing this was really challenging to figure out which choice led to which tarot card, because there's a lot of room for interpretation. And it just sort of depended on what the writers and developers decided this card meant for Alex. This is the only tarot card variation that has 4 specific choices that you have to make in order to get it.
Tell me about the moon.
First, in chapter 1, when Alex meets Riley for the first time, she asks you how to approach her college interview.
Gabe insists that I give an honest answer.
To get the Moon tarot card, you have to pick clever.
Clever like the moon.
I would be clever. Telling the truth only gets you so far.
Second, still in chapter 1, after you leave the record shop, you notice that Ethan's not being so honest about going to the mine, and you have a major choice here. Keep that secret for the Moon tarot card.
You good?
Yeah, fine.
But you're not fine.
Next, when Jed offers you a job at the Black Lantern,
Gabe tells me you've worked at a restaurant before. Couple years experience as a server?
to get that Moon tarot card, you gotta make sure to choose Go with Gabe's story.
But yeah, I've done lots of things.
Lies.
So you see a theme going on. We have 3 choices that are all about not telling the truth, hiding the truth, bending the truth, all kind of along the same lines.
Lies.
The last choice that makes a difference in the Moon tarot card results is when you're on the roof in chapter 1 with Gabe and you're deciding whether to tell him about your past or your powers.
I can tell there's something going on with you, something troubling you.
This is one of those that really confused me because, again, the Moon card sometimes is about connecting with your intuition. So you would think that talking about your powers would relate to this. No.
Not this time.
This last choice, you have to pick past. I mean, it still makes sense. All 4 of those choices are about hiding the truth. It just wasn't what I expected, and again, just made it hard to figure out.
Once I did, the logic was very, very clear. The moon. The Moon tarot card result is at the top of the hierarchy of my conditional statement in the pseudocode. If clever, keep Ethan's secret, go with Gabe's story, and past all equal true, then you will definitely get the Moon results. Clever like the moon.
Even harder to figure out was this next variation, strength.
I really hope this is true.
Strength is a card of wisdom, courage, and trust in self. With this card, Alex is moving forward, overcoming obstacles and developing her inner strength. I own my name. I keep my lion tame. I have no shame, and I ask you to do the same. Right, so this card can have many interpretations, just like we said before, but the card specifically says in the game, triumph over inner challenges through compassion. So to me, it would be about expressing yourself, helping others using your power, positive, confident choices throughout the day that had good perspective, and most importantly, compassion. Remember that. So I'm going to explain each choice up front, and then I'll explain the logic after. The first choice that affects the strength tarot card result is when Mac is asking you to not tell Riley about him, completely beating up your brother.
Were you there too?
Choosing to call him out can affect this result. So this is a great choice to explain why this was so difficult to figure out.
Yeah, I was there.
In one respect, Alex is standing up for what's right. She's, confident within herself and expressing what she needs to Riley, or what she believes she needs. But on the other hand, I wouldn't say it's compassion how she goes about doing it.
Mac's telling you a whole lot of bullshit.
Oh. No, I'm not saying that she shouldn't have called him out. I mean, crazy behavior from Mac. We know this. But she's not being compassionate. She should have stuck with the facts. Yes, violence occurred, and now I am off to complete my journey.
Or how about, Riley, yes, he did, but this isn't any of my business, and I encourage Mac, you to be honest with Riley.
So this one was a little confusing. I didn't think it was related, but it definitely is related to the strength result.
Bye.
Next, in chapter 2, just after Steph leaves after you play foosball together, when you're in the apartment,
this music sounds much more reassuring.
There's an option to clean 3 different areas. If you want to get the strength card in that tarot reading, you have to clean all 3. There's no way around it. That is a required choice. You have to clean all 3 spots.
It's a start.
This makes sense here. I mean, she's taking care of herself, compassionate toward herself, but really it's about taking care of your own well-being, I would say.
So long, depression food.
Goodbye. There are other choices in the game that I think relate more to this card than this one, but it makes sense.
Okay. That did make me feel a little better.
Wonderful. The next choice that can make a difference in the strength card is what you tell Charlotte if you visit her at the dispensary. You don't have to visit her here. You can skip right over it. But if you go there and then tell her to turn down the offer, that affects your strength result.
I'm sorry. I know it's hard, but you can't let Typhon buy you off.
Yes. Be strong. Alex is confident. She's expressing what she believes in. It's clear she's standing up for herself, and she's wanting to rally Charlotte to do the same.
Gabe made that call, and I'm gonna prove it.
I made the right choice with my voice.
A little loud, don't you think?
I get it. The next one definitely doesn't make sense to me. And that's still in chapter 2. When you find Mac, he has a panic attack and you can either calm him down or walk away. Now, let's review. Triumph over inner challenges through compassion. Again, that's what this game displayed that card to be. The card also has a meaning of dealing with what comes your way, confidence, authority, but from kind of an inner peace way of pushing it out there.
Right. So she can calm down Mac by, harnessing her inner strength to be there in a tough situation for somebody she doesn't get along with very well.
No. Walking away.
You deserve everything you're getting.
What? I guess you could also argue that it makes sense here too on the base level. So you're dealing with your inner challenges through compassion for yourself. This is too hard for me. I don't want to get involved with your feelings, and I'm gonna just politely walk away and wish you well. But that's not what happens.
I hope this feeling crushes you.
Oh, no.
This is not a good representation of strength.
I can't watch this.
This is probably the least compassionate choice I would say is made in the game. And I wonder if maybe when the copy was written on the actual card compared to when the choices were done and the acting was complete and all of that, maybe those two just didn't pair well together and it was already past the point. I don't know. But I think if the copy said something different, authority and power through recognizing your needs compared to the needs of others, or, something like that, that would make a little bit more sense for these choices. But inner challenges through compassion just didn't quite connect for me here. It made it really hard to figure this out. But there's one more choice.
Oh, good, we're hopeful again.
In chapter 3, when Steph and Ryan leave your apartment and you're looking for your LARP costume, your hat and the feather, you can mosey on up to the roof if you want. Be late for Ethan, be late to start the LARP, just do your own thing, right? And up there, you have the option to weed 2 locations. And you guessed it, you have to weed both of those in order to get the Strength Tarot card. Just like with cleaning your apartment, it kind of makes sense. You're taking care of yourself.
It's better than nothing.
Oh, I bet it feels wonderful taking care of the space around you so you feel strong inside. Let's talk about the logic. If you haven't already qualified for the Moon Tarot card, Strength is the next in the hierarchy. If you cleaned all 3 locations in the apartment, and then also in Chapter 3 weeded both locations on the roof, that is step 1. Then, if you acquired at least 2 of the 3 strength-related major choices, then you will definitely get the Strength Tarot card results.
But these results are so confusing to me because it's like saying the Strength card means I'm going to take care of myself and do well in the world, and then I'm going to be really mean and authoritative to people. I also would have thought things like hugging, or maybe the opposite, maybe handshaking to be like solid and confident. I tried so many other combinations of different choices, and none of them seem to make any difference except for these 5.
The data doesn't lie. Let's move on to the next in the hierarchy.
Okay, here's the fun one. If the choices you made for Alex didn't already qualify you for the Moon or Strength, you might get the Lovers.
Oh yeah, I'm back.
What?
The Lovers card represents choices, duality, or a decision between something secure or a personal risk. Alex has a soul connection with more than one person, and her head and heart might be in conflict.
The Lovers Tarot card will come up if you have the right combination of Steph and Ryan love points.
It's a real unicorn sandwich.
I'm not going to go through each possible love point that you can get because there's so many, and I already have some videos about that here.
And a whole lot more.
Those videos also show you the tarot card results you can get for Steph and Ryan depending on those points too. So the love points actually affect multiple cards, 3 in total. Steph, Ryan, and the me card.
Yeah, let's talk more about me.
So at the exact time that you pull that Me Tarot card, if both Steph and Ryan have at least 3 points, that's step 1.
Both.
They also have to be within 0 or 1 points of each other.
Okay, this is getting kind of boring. Oh, maybe my pseudocode will help. You need at least 3 Steph love points and 3 Ryan love points.
You're totally killing my vibe.
Then, take the absolute value of the Steph love points subtracted by the Ryan love points. And if that is less than or equal to 1, and they each had at least 3 points, then you will get the Lovers.
And that makes sense, right? Because the Lovers card is about choices.
Oh, here we go.
It doesn't necessarily always mean that there are choices related to love, but in this case, I think it's pretty clear it does.
Yeah, it does.
Therefore, this is the card that makes the most sense to me in this group of 5. And again, how you get those love points, check out these 2 videos. And why would you care? Because having enough points leads to both passionate kiss options
and different endings.
And the points really dictate, which one you're gonna get. And there might be some singing in those videos too, just a little bit.
Oh, hello. I don't want to bother you, but I was just wondering, can we take it down a little bit? These last few have been a bit dramatic.
All right, card number 4 is Temperance.
Oh, Temperance is a card of balance and harmony. If Alex pulls this card, she is able to compromise, be tolerant, and stay away from extremes.
On the card in the game itself, it reads a card of moderation, balanced perspectives.
I mean, I hope that's true.
Let's keep it temperate.
There are only 3 choices that I saw as really affecting this result, and they're directly correlated with the Strength card. So it's actually really hard to tell if one of the Strength choices is for Strength or if it's just the opposite of Temperance, and vice versa. I also didn't find any minor choices that affected this result. I'm rambling, let's continue.
Oh God, were you there too?
In Chapter 1, instead of calling Mac out, you avoid further trouble.
It's not your business.
I need to get back to work.
We'll get out of your way.
Again, that could just be because it's not the strength choice.
No, it's just not your business. And we're keeping it temperance.
And then in Chapter 2, instead of turning down the offer, tell Charlotte to take the money for Ethan.
If the money helps, I think you should take it.
And actually, you don't even have to visit Charlotte at all in Chapter 2.
Just don't turn down that offer, 'cause it's just too much of an opinion right now.
Instead of walking away from Mac, you calm him down.
You gotta calm down, okay? Stay with me.
Let's keep everybody happy.
It makes sense, you know, these are sort of the moderate, safe choices.
Yeah, isn't it great? And the code is very simple here. Okay, I'll try to keep it down. I just get very excited about code, I guess. If you don't qualify for the moon, and you don't qualify for strength or the lovers, then you could qualify for temperance if you had less than or equal to 1 strength major choice. As a reminder, that would be calling out Mac, turning down the offer, or walking away. Was that okay?
Not quite. I'm just being tolerant.
Well, I did my best to contain myself.
Again, it's hard to tell if there are strength points and temperance points, or if it's just like they cancel each other out. I don't know. But again, none of the minor choices seem to make a difference here. Please correct me if I'm wrong, though, because I tried everything I could think of.
Let's just stay here in temperance.
Next. And then our last Me Tarot card result is the Wheel of Fortune.
I really wish things would stop changing, for once.
The Wheel of Fortune is a sign to Alex that she's moving in circles. Part of her is stable, but another part may be heading in a different direction. But this might be a turning point, and it's up to her to get off of that wheel.
This one you get if you didn't qualify for anything else.
What if I'm stuck here forever? I don't know who I am!
And that makes sense, because if you weren't fully moon, or fully strength, or fully lovers, or somewhere in between with temperance, then that's a lot of change. So it would likely be a combination of all the different choices that you can make.
Yes, well, as already stated, if you didn't qualify for any of the other previous tarot cards, then the last phrase of the conditional statement, the else, is the Wheel of Fortune. And if. But I've kept so many secrets today. Yes, but then maybe you decided to tell the truth. I've been cleaning the loft all day. Right, but you could have forgotten to weed the roof.
But I have such a high love score.
Okay, but were you more than 1 point away? Then why are we not in the temperate bore? Maybe you chose to call out Mac and then walk away?
Oh, I get it. We did it. This has been a long journey. Getting here for me. What am I going to do with my life now? Like, for real. Life is strange too. Yeah, life is strange too.
Oh, hello again. If you enjoyed these characters, we're also on another channel in an interactive You Choose game with different endings. Yes, your choices are made with the end screens, so make sure you're watching on a YouTube-compatible viewer. Hope to see you there.